Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Downright Upright Show, the place to go to hear out loud and proud what people like you are thinking. My name is Philip Anthony. I'll be your host today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope everybody out there is doing fantabulous, which is fantastic and fabulous, put together twice as nice. And let me tell you, I am feeling extremely fantabulous today. Full disclosure, I record my shows ahead of the day that I air it, which is Saturdays at 5. So today is the day after the election results came in. So, of course, I'm reveling in the fantabulousness of the moment because the Democrats throughout the country, and especially here in the Twin Cities, and in the state Senate, where else am I forgetting? Everywhere you look, the Democrats just kick some butt. So I'm going to go through each of the elections, talk about them briefly, so you have an idea what happened. And I want to start with the local ones first. So let's start with the mayoral election here in Minneapolis. Jacob Frey wins his third term as Minneapolis mayor, and he beat out Omar Fattah. And the round two results, remember, okay, let's go back. You know that they have ranked choice voting in Minneapolis. So if you don't make the threshold of 50% the first round, they go to a second round. So Jacob Frey in the second round, I'm not going to give you the first round because nobody won in the first round, even though Jacob Frey had more votes than Omar Fattah. In the second round, Jacob Frey got 50.03% of the vote, and Omar Fattah got 44.37%. And that's with 100% of the precincts reporting. And I was going to say the governor. No, he is the mayor. The mayor said, quote, "We have gone through the most difficult of moments. We have come through adversity together. We have tackled the most difficult of circumstances. We've done it hand in hand facing the world. And Minneapolis is rising, and every one of us, we are going to rise along with it." Wow. Okay. Now, I can't vote in Minneapolis elections, so I didn't have a dog in the race, but I want to congratulate the mayor. I mean, 3 consecutive terms. That's incredible. And again, 50% of the vote in the second round compared to Omar Fattah's 44.37 in the runoff for round 2 of ranked choice voting. Now, ranked choice voting, I like ranked choice voting, personally. I do. It's a very fair way for people to pick who they like, because if the one person doesn't make it to that threshold, you go through a second round, and then there you can see who the people are interested in voting for. So congratulations to the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Frey. Now let's move on to the other of the twins in the Twin Cities, and that would be St. Paul. Now, as you know, the governor, again, I keep saying governor. It's the mayor, not the governor. The governor is Tim Walz. The mayor of St. Paul is Melvin Carter, and he was running against a few people, but most importantly, Representative Keoli Her, H-E-R, and that went to round 2 also because that's ranked choice voting, and in the first round, there was no clear winner, even though Melvin Carter had more votes in the first round, oddly enough. But in the second round, in the ranked choice voting part 2 of that election, Keoli Her got 47.8% of the vote, and Melvin Carter got only 45%. So it was an upset. I was really shocked, kind of, because I didn't think Minnesota was in for too much change. I thought, especially with Melvin Carter, because I thought people liked Melvin Carter, and I really don't know much about the mechanics of St. Paul politics. But from what I heard, everybody liked him. And again, it's anecdotal because, I have friends that live there, and they say, oh, he did a great job, and he did. But I guess it was time for a woman, and the first Hmong mayor ever to lead the city. So congratulations to Mayor-elect her for her victory. And that's with 100% of the precincts reporting. And I have to say, Mayor Carter did a concession speech that was incredible. And I want to thank him for that because he was very gracious in his loss. And again, the people of St. Paul spoke, And now we're going to move on to the Minnesota Senate and who has control of that now. So the Minnesota State Senate is still going to be controlled by guess who? The Democrats. Yes, the Democrats. And so there was a race in the Maplewood-Woodbury area that was seen as the linchpin of the two elections. Democratic State Rep Amanda Hemmingson Jager defeated GOP candidate and Air Force veteran Dwight Durow. I think that's how he pronounces his name. And in the Wright County area race, Michael Holstrom Jr. kept a long-time Republican seat, but that was expected. So now, with that election being over, the result means a 34-33 majority for the DFL when they get to the 2026 session. Yay. I think, people are I think they're just done with this administration. They really are. I mean, Donald Trump doesn't really have popularity in this state from what, again, it's anecdotal because I don't speak to everybody, but I never heard anyone tell me, oh, this is great. The prices are going down. No, they're not going down. Prices are going up. Everything's just a mess. Democracy is on the line too. And people are getting, taken from their cars or walking the street and just being thrown into these unmarked cars and sent to who knows where. I just think people are just done with that. What do you say, folks? I think so, because change is upon us. But they kept the DFL in charge because they know that if they go the other way, it's going to be worse. So let's move on now out of Minnesota and let's go to New Jersey, my neck of the woods. I'm from New York, but hey, it's just across the river. It's not that far away. And now in the New Jersey governor's race this year, Mikey Sherrill won that election, the Democrat, 56.2% of the vote. Jack Ciattarelli, the Republican, got only 43%, 43.2 to be exact. And so that's really not close. I mean, you heard the pundits, right before the election, oh my goodness, it's going to be so close. It's a nail biter, yada, yada. Oh no, it wasn't. It was a rout for Mikey Sherrill. Congratulations, Mikey. And again, I remember New Jersey being a very blue state. So it didn't change very much. And I think people are just unhappy all around, the government shut down. They're blaming it on the Republican Party. And I think all these elections show that, you're in control of all branches of the government. You're going to get, blamed for the shutdown. And the prices and lack of democracy and due process and all of the nonsense that you see on the news on a daily basis. So congratulations to Mikey Sherrill winning the New Jersey governor's race. Again, 56.2% to 43.2%. Now we're going to move on to the Virginia governor's race. Now, this one I knew right away Abigail Spanberger was going to really defeat Winsome Earl Sears, because what she said in her debate, Winsome Earl Sears, she said gays were, not able or weren't worthy, I should say, of being part of society. If you don't hire a gay person, that's not discrimination. And she's always knocking us down, in every speech. So she, when you're in Virginia, which happens to be a blue state, I want to say you're not speaking to the people of that state, because there are a lot of very progressive people in that state, and even moderates who have gay friends, and it turned them off. So anyway, Abigail Spanberger won that race heftily, I want to say, 57.2 to Winsome Earl Sears, 42.6. That was a rout. Now, if my math adds up, that's like 15% she beat her by. So congratulations to Governor-elect Abigail Spanberger of Virginia. And Virginia is staying a blue state. I mean, there's a lot of areas of Virginia that are red. I mean, but again, land doesn't vote. If you look at a map, there's a lot of red districts in Virginia. But again, land doesn't vote. They're very sporadically populated in those red areas. But in the blue areas, there are, dominant populations of people, a lot of people, very, very urban centers, lots of people. So that's who votes, right? People, right? Am I right? Anyway, so let's keep going with, congratulations, Governor-elect Spanberger. Now let's go to the Virginia Attorney General's race. This was interesting for me because this was the one of all of them that I think was precarious, if you want to say. And the projected winner was the Democrat, Jay Jones. Now, there was a controversy about him because he had mentioned in a private text that he believed in unaliving someone. And, I don't know whether that's true or not, or who saw the text. But in this atmosphere, I don't think that mattered very much to the people, because the Republican, Jason Miyares, was not a good candidate. So Jay Jones became the Attorney General-elect in Virginia, and he won 52.7% to Jason Miyares' 46.9%. It's closer than all the other ones I've mentioned already. And that's because of that. I don't know. I don't want to say rumor. I don't know if it's true. I didn't read the text myself, but that's probably what made it so close. But again, the people spoke. They were like, "I'm done with the Republicans." I love Jay Jones's, fervor when it comes to the rule of law, because he's the Attorney General. So I think that had a lot to do with it too. Virginians are. They're in the seat of government. They're very close to Washington, D.C., so, the Constitution matters. Anyway, so let's move on to another Virginia race. The lieutenant governor, Ghazala Hashmi, the Democrat, against John Reed, the Republican. And again, it's the same outcome. The Democrat, Ghazala Hashmi, 55.2%. And John Reed, the Republican, 44.5%. And again, that's, 11-point difference. That's pretty much a rout, if you ask me. And again, I keep saying, Virginia is, if you look at it with land, it's a red state. If you look at it with people, it's a blue state. And people vote, not land. When people tell you that, oh, look at the map, always show them the urban areas and how many people live in them. And that'll keep them quiet for a bit, right? Okay, so we did Virginia. So now we're going to go on to the New York City mayoral election, which was amazing to me. That, there was a lot of pundits again, because I'm from there. I'm from New York City. I used to vote in the mayoral elections. I remember I'd go back to the earliest mayor I remember was Mayor Lindsay back in the 60s and 70s. He wasn't very popular. The city wasn't doing very well. But that's as far back as I remember. And I remember also we only had two that I can think of. I could be wrong, but only two Republican mayors. We had Mayor Giuliani, who was labeled America's mayor because of 9/11. Remember, Giuliani was a noun and a verb in 9/11. And then we also had Mayor Bloomberg, who ended up becoming an independent and then eventually a Democrat. But anyway, so Zoran Mamdani was the Democratic candidate against Andrew Cuomo, who wasn't even a Republican. He was the independent candidate. And Curtis Sliwa from the Guardian Angels. And in case you don't know what that is, the Guardian Angels are an organization that go on the subways to protect people, from muggers or whatever, what have you, from criminals. And they did a good job back in the day. But as far as a mayor, Curtis Sliwa is, I don't know, one French fry short of a Happy Meal, if you ask me. But anyway, I move on. So Zoran Mamdani, 50.4%. Andrew Cuomo, the independent, 41.6%. So it was like almost a 9-point victory, 9 percentage point victory for Zoran Mamdani. And Curtis Sliwa only got 7.1% of the vote. And in case you're interested, if you live in New York like I did, the Bronx voted for Mamdani, 51% to 40% for Cuomo, 56% to 37% in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn was an even wider margin. Manhattan, 52% to 43%, and Queens, 47% to 42%. So Queens was probably the closest of all the boroughs. And Staten Island probably went for Cuomo because that's a very red area of the city. It's a small little island. It's right across from Brooklyn and Manhattan. It's kind of like it's centrally located. So yeah, so Mamdani. I have to get his name right because he's going to be the mayor of New York. I have to pronounce it right? Zoran Mamdani. So the M is first. Mamdani with an N. So yeah. And he will be the first Muslim mayor of New York City. Yeah. And also the first declared Democratic Socialist. Now, before you have a fit about that, all you centrists out there, a Democratic Socialist basically is what the governments are in Scandinavia. So if you go to Scandinavia, like you go to Denmark or Sweden or Norway, Finland, their governments are pretty much like that. And so it's basically the populism, where the people have, health care. Ooh, scary, right? And the people have childcare. Ooh. There's very little poverty because it's more balanced there. But here in the United States, because we have so much of an oligarchy, the rich people would never allow that to happen. And that's just how I feel. I mean, maybe that's why we'll never have a Democratic Socialist president, because the oligarchy would not go for that. They'd put all their money behind whoever the non-Democratic Socialist is, and that person would win the election. Just because money talks and BS walks, right? As they say. So Mamdani, there you go. 50% of the vote to Cuomo's 41.6. So, I mean, the polls were right. He was going to win, So let's move on to Prop 50 in California. Now, I'll explain it, the abridged version for those out there who don't have any idea what's going on in California. Okay, so Texas was told by our fearless leader, we need to have more seats in the House of Representatives, the U.S. House of Representatives. So would you do me a favor and redistrict or you want to call it gerrymandering? Yes, that's an acceptable term for that. And so we can at least yield 5 more seats in the House. Now, on the Downright Upright show, co-host show, one of my co-hosts always argues with me about that because, then the red states are going to have an advantage. Okay, we'll see, because now with this vote, Proposition 50, it doesn't look like Texas is going to yield more seats for the president because of this. So, Proposition 50 was approved by the legislature and signed by Newsom on August 21st, and it allowed people to vote on whether they want to gerrymander California to compensate for the losses they're going to have in Texas. Because Texas now has 5 extra votes, 5 extra seats. California can get more. So they redistricted. And so they put it to a vote. And here are the results. This is the final vote. Proposition 50, yes to redistrict by 63.8% and no by 36.2%. I remember watching on the news Governor Schwarzenegger, the ex-governor of a Republican governor, too, on top of that, of California, was against it. And every time they would come back at him and say, but what about Texas? Oh, well, that's Texas. No, if you don't fight fire with fire, you're going to lose. I think what they should do is have a national come to Jesus moment. Everybody, all the states, everybody, get together and have committees, nonpartisan committees, drawing up these districts in every state in the union, not by gerrymandering. Because gerrymandering means that whoever controls that state, whatever party controls that state, will divide the state, to favor them. And that's not democracy to me. But again, so California Proposition 50, 63.8% yes to redistrict, 36.2% to not redistrict. Now, billionaire investor Tom Steyer, remember him, has been a major supporter of the measure and calls it its approval an enormous victory for the state. Now, he's a billionaire too, but he's very environmentally conscious. He's very left-leaning. He ran for president in the Democratic Party, so he approves of it. He thinks the same thing. We need to fight fire with fire. And he said, in fact, voters all across the country tonight sent a clear signal. When Democrats fight for working people and their interests, Democrats win, Steyer says. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Absolutely. So basically, when you look around the country, whether it be locally, statewide, or nationally, we Democrats, progressives, left-leaning voter, whatever term you want to use, we did very well. And I feel relieved because I thought maybe we were going to lose our country. And I guess we didn't. So Jacob Frey winning in Minneapolis, I mean, that was going to be a Democratic seat anyway, but, he is the current mayor. And then also you have Kaoli Her, and I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Kaoli Her, upset Governor Melvin Carter. And he was a popular governor. That's what shocked me. That was, of all the elections results, I think that was the one that shocked me the most, the St. Paul election. The fact that Minnesota is still going to be in DFL hands when it comes to the Senate, that's amazing. Because, nothing's guaranteed in life. People can switch over in the blink of an eye. But the DFL retains control over the Minnesota Senate. The House is evenly divided at this point. Or will be, I think, after the results come in. So as of this day, the day after Election Day, the Republican Party has a one-seat majority in the House, 67 to 66. And there's currently one vacancy. And this balance is expected to be temporary, as the one-seat vacancy is in a Democratic-leaning district. So it'll be a tie again. If the DFL wins that special election, the House will return to an evenly divided 67 to 67 tie. The current Speaker of the House is Republican Lisa Demuth, elected to the position in February 2025. And she recently just put her hat in the ring for governor against Governor Walz. So now, to end this election segment, before we go into the No Kings interviews part 2, I want to talk about our fearless leader's response to the election. Interesting. He's not happy. But the Democrats did sweep the November 4th elections with wins in New York, the mayoral race in New York, gubernatorial races in Virginia, New Jersey, and all the way down to the Proposition 50 in California. Trump did a truth on Truth Social in all capital letters, and it said, quote, "Trump wasn't on the ballot and shutdown were the two reasons that Republicans lost elections tonight." So he's blaming it on A, he wasn't on the ballot, and the government shutdown. Well, I have news for him. He was on the ballot, and I think that's the reason why people voted the way they did, so resoundingly against Republicans. Well, thank you so much for listening to my rant. I don't like to rant too much, but I did a rant today on the election. And now, in the next 2 segments, you're going to listen to the people. The No Kings rally was amazing, and the people spoke to me. I did interviews in the street, and you're going to hear that. Part 2 after these messages. Hello there, and your name?
Hi, my name's Jillian.
Hi, Jillian. Thank you for coming to the No Kings rally today. What issue are you passionate about that brings you here today?
All of the issues, really. I think that this is not the America that I was told we were, and the illusion is gone, and I just think it's ridiculous that the world is being, I guess the world everywhere is laughing at us, but I think that ultimately it really is the fact that Americans are the ones that are suffering left and right now, and this administration does not care at all about Americans, and I'm here because if I can change my little world, hopefully that will ripple out to the rest of the world.
That's a beautiful statement, because I used to hear a statement back in the day: one pebble in a lake causes a ripple effect. Takes one little pebble, and you're one of the pebbles.
Yes.
And I'm a big rock, I hope. Right? Can I read your sign? Because I love it.
Absolutely.
You have two, by the way, you have 2 sides, so I have to read it. We canceled No Kings in 1776. The only royalty I support are the drag queens.
Yes.
Love the drag queens. I really do. I have friends that do drag, and they're going to love you. I'm telling you. Yes. And the other side says liberty and justice for all, not just the wealthy, Defend democracy and the wicked. And then it said, there's a sign says, in dire distress with the flag upside down. Yes, that's the only time you can hang a flag upside legally.
Now is the time.
Is when you're in distress. Yes. Well, thank you so much for your time, and you're a bright light. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you for being here and for talking to us and spreading the word.
Oh, well, thank you so much. AM 950 is doing the do. Yes, Downright Upright Show. And if everybody out there, downrightuprightshow@gmail.com if you want to have your voice heard, and email me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello there, sir, and your name, first name?
First name's Bruce.
Hi, Bruce. What brings you to the No Kings rally today?
I think it's important that we all stand up, and a lot of people show up because there's a lot of us out there that don't like what's going on.
Exactly. And somebody had just told me that one little pebble in a pond causes ripples, a ripple effect, and it spreads. So you being here, you're one of the pebbles.
I think so. And I like the fact we're standing all close together. There's no face masks. We are who we are. We're here just to represent.
I love you. Thank you, Bruce. You're amazing. Have a great day, and thank you for coming. Hello there, and your name today?
My name is Jen.
Hi, Jen, and you brought your daughter, I want to guess?
My daughter, yep.
And your name?
Mila.
Mila, love that name. And what brings you here today? What's one issue that you feel very passionate about? I love, oh my God, these signs are incredible.
Great. Well, I'm here today because I am the parent of a child with special needs, and I'm extremely concerned about his right to have an education and just his future in general under the current regime.
Yeah. And he is not only demonizing, people with disabilities, but LGBTQ people, taking voting rights away from African American people, taking Latino people that just look Latino off the street in unmarked cars.
Yep. Yeah, and our sign today actually is another issue. Kings are bad.
So it says kings are bad, queens are fabulous. Yes, they are.
Mila picked that one.
I love that sign. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Mila.
You're welcome.
She's so cute. Why are you here, Mila?
Same thing as mommy.
Yes. Mommy said it perfectly. You couldn't elaborate any more on it. Yes. Well, thank you guys so much for being here today. Happy No King's Day.
Thank you. You too.
Hello there today, and what's your name?
My name is Kathy.
Hi, Kathy. It's so nice to have you today. I love your shirt says resist with a bleeding heart, which that's very, very, it represents everything that you want to think about the resistance movement. And your sign says felons make I can't say the word. I'm on the radio, so I have to be SH, double, Y. Yeah. Poo-poo president. Yes. Right? What other issues are you passionate about today?
Oh my gosh, there's climate change. There is justice for immigrants who we can't survive as a country without. There's environmental justice. The list goes on and on. I've been protesting since 2015, ever since, the felon came down the elevator.
Escalator, but yeah, if he came down the elevator, maybe the cable would have broke. Who knows? That's terrible. Anyway, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for being here and interviewing all of us.
Absolutely. It really is. It's incredible. And happy No King's Day to you and everyone else.
There are more of us than them.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. Yes. Thank you so much. Hello there, and your name?
Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. And what brings you to the No Kings rally today?
Democracy. We got to save our democracy.
Exactly. We can't have kings. No kings. That's why it's called. Oh, I love that shirt. Oh my God. Can I get that shirt? Where do I get it?
We actually made it ourselves.
I have to tell the audience because it's a radio show. They can't read the shirt.
Right.
Duh. Alexa, change the president. Yay! That's great. I love it. Where's your husband?
Right there.
Hello, I love the shirt, husband. What's your name?
Jim.
Hi, Jim. Thank you for coming today. Do you want to say a few words about why you're here?
Because I love our country.
That's the answer. That's the only answer. You love your country. I love it. Yes. Anybody else want to say why they're here? Yes.
Can we just say we're not paid protesters? We're here because we love our country.
Yes. I wish somebody would pay me. That would be nice. Because I'm standing here in the hot sun talking to almost 1,000 people, and not for my health, but for my country. Yes. And your name?
I'm Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
And I believe that silence is complicity. So that's what my leader of my church, Pope Leo, says. And I'm here, I'm following what he's saying.
Yes, silence is complicity. Yes, yes. And nobody's an illegal person.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for happy No King's Day to you.
Yes, happy No King's Day to you as well. Yay!
Yay. Bye-bye.
She has a good one.
You have a good one.
Voltaire, I don't have the quote memorized completely, but it's something along the lines of, first they came for the Jews and I did nothing. So I feel like those of us who can and feel safe enough need to come out and voice our opinions and protest while we still can.
Yes, and then they came for the African Americans, and then, then I did nothing. And then they came for me, and there was nobody left to protect me. That's the phrase, I believe. By the way, what's your first name?
Allison.
Allison. Well, thank you so much. Can I read your sign to the audience?
Yes, please.
No faux, F-A-U-X, king way. Oh, I love it. I get it now. I can't say it on the air, but I know what you're saying. Yes. Yeah. It's the F-bomb king way. Yes. Okay. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you. And thank Alexa. Okay. Let's see what she can do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. Hello there, and your first name?
My name is Janet.
Shannon?
Janet.
Oh, Janet.
With a J.
Janet with a J. And your sign is amazing. Abolish ICE, inhumane, callous, evil. And there's a picture of, what's his name?
Stephen Miller.
Stephen Miller, yeah. I try to block him out. I do. Painting a swastika on his forehead.
He does have space for it there.
Yeah, exactly. So what's an issue that you're passionate about that brought you out today?
There's so many. I can't think of one. Throw out some ideas.
Yeah, I know, but we don't have a million hours, so just one thing that really bothers you.
Well, I am the potential of violence. I mean, this whole rhetoric about Democrats being and part of some evil organization called Antifa, which stands for anti-fascist.
Well, they say that we're anti-Americans because we're exercising our freedom of speech, which I thought was part of the Constitution, the First Amendment of the Constitution. I didn't know it was anti-American. But anyway, I digress. Your name?
Faye.
Hi, Faye. What brings you out today?
Democracy.
Yes.
Oh, that's
We the people. Yes.
being a
Fascist regime.
thank you.
Yes. And your name?
Ina.
Ina. That's a nice name. And what brings you out today?
I'm here to support the whole idea of getting rid of Trump and
I would love to see that. I really would.
healthcare, not financing Argentina.
Yes. Billions and billions of dollars he's sending to Argentina, and we don't have health care for our people. Isn't that amazing? And your sign says, stop the billionaire takeover. Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you, Ina, for coming on the radio and coming here to No Kings.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Hello there, and your first name?
I'm Grammy Pammy.
Grammy Pammy. You don't look like a Grammy.
I'm a Grammy.
You look like an auntie.
I'm a proud Grammy, and I'm an auntie.
Okay. Now, I'm going to read your shirt before I ask you why you're here. Better woke than asleep. I love that. That's what woke originally meant. Like, you're closing your eyes to all the discrimination.
Absolutely. You're opening up to everyone and everything. I mean, to close yourself off to everyone and their beliefs, it's ridiculous. We have more in common than we do differences.
Yes. And the other sign says, well, the only sign, no Oh, okay. No kings, dictators, fascists, and felons. Absolutely. And the other side says due process for all. Yes, because, habeas corpus is being removed.
Absolutely.
People are not being asked, I mean, look, I could go on and on about this whole nonsense, but what about didn't bring this up on the show today. I want your opinion. What do you think about bombing Argentine boats that may be fishing boats? We don't even know what they are, but they're just bombing before they find out what's in the boat.
It's
Venezuela.
Oh, did I say Argentina? Yeah, okay. Sorry, folks.
They're the ones who got the billions.
Yeah, they got the bill. I have that on my mind, yes.
It's plain out murder.
It is.
Murder. They have no clue who these people are, and they're just doing it for their attention, to draw attention away from other matters. It is plain out murder, and they should be convicted of that.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming out today. Happy No King's Day.
Happy No King's Day. It's just fantastic.
And thank you for your voice.
Thank you. Thank you for your voice. I'll be looking at the radio station on my dial from now.
Downright Upright Show, 5 o'clock Saturdays. Nice. Yes, okie dokie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello there. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm very excited.
I am too. Could you believe the amount of people that are here today?
Yeah, I didn't expect there to be this many people, so.
I know. I mean, there are people honking like every 5 minutes. You would think that there'd be one negative, response, but there is not. Your first name?
Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. And how do you identify?
I'm transgender and pansexual.
Amazing. I identify as a gay man. I'm married. I remember friends telling me during Stonewall that the trans community was there for the gays when we were getting whipped, and mistreated. Is there anything you want to tell the trans community out there to lift them up?
The most important thing is just to survive and be your true authentic self, and just make sure people know that you exist and that you're proud of who you are.
Oh my God. This is incredible. You're an amazing human being, very brave, very strong. You're going to make it in life, trust me. Yeah, and I'm going to fight for you, and my station's going to fight for you. Yay! There's not right? There's not one negative person passing by.
Yeah, it's so just a positive energy.
Isn't that validating?
Mm-hmm.
I know. Well, thank you, Charlie, for everything, and love you. That's all I could say. Yeah, and your parents are incredible parents that they support you.
Yeah. Thank you to you, and thank you to them, and everyone else who supports me.
You bet. You take care of yourself, okay? Alrighty. Hello there, and your first name?
Hi, my first name is Kirsten.
Oh, another one. Yeah, we had a Kirsten before.
Right?
Yeah. And
it's she, her.
She, her. And your shirt says, "Remember, you are loved."
You are loved. Yes. And this is what I want to make sure that the trans community and the gay community and all the LGBTQIA community knows you are loved. You are loved by me. You are loved by my God. You are loved and you are worthy, and you are meant to be here as you are. And I celebrate you. I celebrate each one of you. And I just really, really want each of you to know that you're loved so very much.
Oh, you're amazing. And your shirt has a heart with the rainbow flag and the trans flag. I love it.
Yes. Yep. And this is my church's shirt, and I wear it proudly, and we're just thrilled to be a part of a community that can actually show that, yep, this is God's love, that this is what it's meant to be, because this is how we're created. And we got to celebrate that. And I just honor the community as a strong ally for you guys, and I will fight for you in any way I can.
Wow. Thank you. And I just want to say one more thing. You are a true Christian because you include everyone. You love everyone. And that's what I love about you. I'm going to give you a hug if you don't mind.
Love it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. Happy No King's Day.
Happy No King's Day.
Yes. Bye-bye. Okie dokie. So we have another person that would like to say hello today at No Kings. Your name? First name?
My name is Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Happy No Kings.
Happy No Kings to you, too.
And what brings you out today? What's one? I know there's a zillion issues. I mean, we'll be here all day.
More than we can list on the sign.
Exactly. But just pick one that really busts your bubble.
For my grandchild. I want him to know that his grandmother did things to help keep democracy.
Yes, thank you so much. Because you can, when your grandchild gets older, you can say, "I was there when."
He's going to have the pictures. He's going to know. I couldn't face my kids or my grandson if I did nothing.
Exactly. And hi, and now I have the full disclosure. I have a fan of my show here who recognized me. I feel like I'm a celebrity today. I kind of am. Your name?
I'm Janet.
Hi, Janet. Happy No King's Day.
Hi, Philip. Happy No King's Day to you.
I love you, Janet. I really do. I love my fans. I really do. I think you guys are incredible. That you don't even have to be an LGBT person. Just the fact that you have empathy for our community and for immigrants and for African Americans and for Latinos and down the line, all the marginalized people.
We're all one community, and we're all better when we're all better.
Yes, exactly. Well, I love you. Can I get a hug? Yeah, you're amazing. Thank you so much for coming. Happy No King's Day to you.
Happy to you. Thanks for doing your show. We love it.
Oh, I love you too. Bye now. Take care.
You don't have to read my show.
Hello there, and your name?
Rob.
Hi, Rob. Thanks for being here today.
Well, welcome. Thank you.
Happy No King's Day.
I like that. I like it.
And what is your passion? What is the reason that brought you here today?
I swore to uphold and defend the Constitution of the United States, and a lot of other people did, and they didn't read the words, and they have no clue what it means. So we are trampling the Constitution that I went to godforsaken spots all over the world and racked up combat time.
Thank you for your service, my friend. Thank you. I know, and I know so many people that were in the military that fought against fascism, and we're backsliding, and that's scaring the hell out of me.
So I'm just here to let people know that we have a Constitution. We don't have a king, and we need to take care of removing people who are thinking they can do this stuff to the Constitution. All of them.
God bless you. You are an amazing human being. No, you are. Because it takes a lot out of your day on a Saturday, especially, to come out. People are beeping their horns, screaming, yelling. It's amazing. Your name, sir? First name?
My name is Steve.
And would you like to read your sign? Because I think it's incredible.
Yes. My sign says, yes, America, Constitution, rule of law, no kings, coups, cruelty, corruption, incompetence, lies, betrayal, tax cuts for the rich, cuts to the safety net.
Yes. Now, how do you guys feel that your money right now is going to Argentina, billions of dollars, and you don't have any health care, and you're going to double your premiums?
It is unbelievable what is happening and the rapidity with which the Trump regime is moving us toward autocracy. And that's why it's imperative for us to stand up and make our voices heard.
You're amazing. Thank you so much. Happy No King's Day, and thanks for your presence.
Thanks for your work also.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Would you like to say a word or two? No? Okay. No worries. We're here. I'll be here for you to say. I'm going to read your mind. I'm going to say.
What I want to say.
I just want to say that you defend democracy is your shirt, and her shirt says democracy dies in silence, which is absolutely true. Yes, orange monarchs, the butterfly, because I love butterflies, and no to orange kings. Beautiful, beautiful. And yours says honk for democracy. We're hearing a lot of that honking today, aren't we? Yes. Thank you for being here, all of you. Thank you. I have a special guest that came up to the microphone today. Your name, sir?
Well, I'm not that special, but it's Matt Little.
Matt Little, who used to be the mayor of Lakeville, who is now running for
Congress here in Congressional District 2. Thanks, Philip.
Which was Angie Craig's district. What do you want to say to the audience about why you're here today?
I just think enough is enough. When our president stood outside the White House and was asked by a reporter if he has to uphold the Constitution, and he said, well, you're going to have to ask the lawyers. Well, it turns out I am a lawyer, and you do have to uphold the Constitution as the President of the United States, and just you can't even list all of it within the time frame of this interview of what's going on. And the fact of the matter is, enough is enough.
Well, that's why, Matt, we're going to have a show just with you. And I'm going to ask you a million questions, and you'll have more time. And I want to thank you for all you do, because you're an amazing human being.
Yeah, look forward to coming on the show with you. You're an amazing human being. Thanks for getting the information out to people.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. Hello there. Your first name?
Mindy.
Mindy, I love you. Can I tell you why I love you?
Sure.
You are holding a rainbow flag that says peace with the peace sign on it.
Yes, I am.
Oh my God. When I saw that, I said I had to talk to this young lady. Could you believe the flag she's got? Senator Carlson is here with the American flag, and Gail is...
It's the flag of the United States
of America. Yes, yes, it is.
I put it in the bill once, American flag, and I actually had to change the bill because there's no such thing as the American flag.
Well, you're absolutely right, because America is the continent. It's not the country, and you corrected me. I'm just parroting what people say,
Once you have to go in front of the entire Senate to say you made a mistake on a bill, you're not going to forget it.
Yeah. I'm going to ask this young lady, Mindy, one question. Then you guys could say something quick, and then you'll end the show. How's that? Mindy, why are you here today at No Kings?
Because I'm here to show my support and raise my voice among the many, many voices. You have to raise your voice. Just because everyone is saying the same thing does not diminish the importance of adding your own voice to the chorus.
Visibility is so important too, Mindy, right? Thank you so much for coming. And before I want to ask Senator Carlson why he's here. I just want to tell you, personally, I want to thank you for your service to this area of Minnesota, because you have done the job. You are a doer, and I'm going to miss you so much. And I'm going to get a hug after we do this.
This is not a funeral.
No, you didn't die. No, no. But you know what? Liz is going to step into some big shoes, and she's a great person to do it. Do you want to say anything about No Kings?
The 2026 session is going to be one that's going to just kind of cement the No Kings issues here. I'm the chair of the elections committee, and we are already working on some things to fight with the federal government and the Trump administration, where they want to do as much as they can to suppress the vote. So
yes,
we're going to be working on.
Yes, well, I want to thank you, Jim, for all you've done for us, and I'm going to give you a hug, because and you're going to do the show after your session's over, once you're out of office, so you have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
And I think your wife wants to say something, and she's an amazing human being as well.
Hi, Phil.
Hi there. Just say your name, because they don't know your name.
That's right. Gail Carlson.
Yes, she is Jim Carlson, Senator Jim Carlson's spouse. Yes. Do you want to say why you love coming here to No Kings?
It just gave me so much hope. I cried because seeing all these people together and taking a stand and having the people driving by honking their horns, it makes me want to go out and do something about this.
Yes, and visibility is really important. And I was some lady I spoke to before. She said it perfectly. She said it's like dropping a pebble in a pond, and the ripple effect is incredible.
That's what it is.
So one little pebble, and if all the pebbles get thrown in, there's going to be a lot of ripples, right?
Yes, there are a lot of ripples, especially in Minnesota.
Yes. Well, can I give you a hug too?
Of course.
I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too.
Thank you for all you've done for us. And that'll be it for the Downright Upright show today. Please tune in every Saturday, 5 p.m. and listen on the socials. We love you. Bye, and sending love. Bye.